Now joined by founder and CEO of Top Rank Boxing Promoter Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I love that. Every time someone gets punched in the face, I'm like, nope. Okay, I want to talk about on a conference call. You had a conference call this week on Tuesday to promote this fight.
Yes.
And you said the following: Lomachenko is technically the best fighter that I have seen since the early Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
That's correct.
That's a hot take.
Wow.
Yeah, that is correct. Now, take this kid. When he was an amateur, 396 amateur fights against everybody in the world, lost one. And that fight that he lost, he revenged 4 times. He won 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 amateur world championships. Nobody else has done that. Now he comes into the professional ranks, and in 9 professional fights, he's won 2 world championships. He's the great defensive fighter, but there are other been great defensive fighters. Floyd Mayweather is a great defensive fighter, but Floyd is a defensive fighter. He'll throw enough punches in a round to win the round, but it always goes to the scorecard. Lomachenko is an offensive weapon as well as a defensive fighter, and he's looking all the time for weakness in the opponent. He wants to destroy the opponent, not just win a decision.
Player, Michelle.
Right.
I love getting revenge.
So you
4
talk
times.
about two-way player, right? He is.
Okay, Bob.
He is the LeBron James of boxing.
Yeah, Mama. He didn't say Kawhi. He said LeBron.
Bob, you and I,
Kawhi.
we were friends.
Bob Arum, take this with all the respect I can give you. My eyeballs just told my brain something that said you skipped a lot of great fighters to go back to Muhammad Ali. Respect.
I like it.
Roy Jones comes to mind in terms of the eye test. And you're saying he's more skilled and even better than Roy Jones?
Yes, because the difference with Roy was an extremely skilled fighter. Roy always looked for the easiest touches in his career. Look at he fought a cab driver. This kid only wants to fight the best. And Roy Jones, great fighter. And I love Roy. He's a great person. But not as good as Lomachenko. Now, look, I have a matchmaker, Bruce Trampler, Hall of Fame matchmaker, and he looks at Lomachenko, and he says, what if Lomachenko fought Sandy Sadler? What if he fought Willie Pep? What if he fought Salvador Sanchez? All guys in his weight class, Alexis Arguello. He would play with all of those guys. He is that good.
Okay. All right, I got one more question for you, because look, your last fight was a huge success on ESPN.
Right.
We expected Manny Pacquiao to play with Jeff Horn, and what happened was a robbery in my eyes.
But myself, I told you he wouldn't play with him. This is a tough guy, Horn, big, tough welterweight. And let me tell you, I don't care how Teddy called that fight. It was a close fight. I was there. I got in the ring after the fight, and I had Manny winning by 1 point.
Right.
I had it 6 rounds to 6 rounds, and I gave Manny a 10-8, a 9th round.
Yep, for the 9th.
Yeah.
For the knockdown.
All right, Bob, you know it wouldn't be complete if we didn't ask you again about the fight of the century, Mayweather-McGregor. So here's my question. The odds are running about 500 to 1 right now. Would I be crazy?
No, it's 5 to 1. It's 500 to win 100.
Right.
Yeah, so it's 5 to 1. I'm from Vegas.
He doesn't know.
I'm just saying, would I be crazy?
Don't argue with
That's
it.
a Vegas game.
Would I be crazy to throw a little money on that, just on the off
It is
chance?
the best investment. 20% return on your money. You cannot lose. You cannot lose. The odds should be 500 to 1.
Right.
Instead, it's 5 to 1.
There's no chance, no way. Wild punch. They say anytime you get into a ring, anything can happen.
Knock himself out.
No chance at all, Bob, and all your boxing. You don't think this can happen?
There's no chance at all. I have as good a chance of beat Floyd Mayweather, which is none, that McGregor has.
I agree with you, but man, to hear from you makes a lot more sense.
And you suckers are going to pay for it, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Loser!
$150 also. I heard the pay-per-view is higher than all.
100.
Y'all dumb.
100.
Y'all
$100?
dumb.
100.
We don't know
But they're
anything.
charging 100 pounds in England at 4 in the morning.
What?
So it's $130.
I'm having a Julia Roberts movie marathon that
You're
night
not.
at my house. If anybody wants.
Hold on.
Oh no,
hold
I
on.
am.
No.
This can, no, Mr. Gillette.
You don't even know
You're
movies.
coming up.
Terrence Crawford. I miss.
Look, if people want to see a competitive fight, and it's not my fight, so I'm.
There you go.
Not,
That guy.
it's Golovkin and Canelo. That's a competitive fight.
What about Terrence Crawford? I know Max.
Terrence
late
Crawford's going to be on ESPN in 2 weeks.
Oh.
That's a real talented kid. He has 2 world titles at 140 pounds. He's fighting this African boy who has 2 world titles in the same weight division.
Wait a minute.
This will be the first time in years that 4 world titles in the same division are unified. Hasn't happened in, I think, 15 years
Interesting.
on ESPN.
Respect. He's another guy in the pound for pound
Absolutely.
who could be the top, and you still say Lomachenko over Crawford?
Again, Terrence is a tremendous fighter, but it's a different skill set from the skill set that Lomachenko had. Terrence is a great offensive fighter. He is very, very smart, but it is not the same type of skill set that Lomachenko had. It's like the difference between a power forward and a point guard.
Right.
Different. They're different.
Yeah, but when Terrence Crawford sees blood, he actually gets hungrier, madder, hits harder. It's insane. Like the later rounds, he gets
he's
better.
a tremendous fighter, and I love the kid. And he represents the Midwest, which is the heartland of this country.
Nebraska.
So I'm for Terrence Crawford. I mean, you don't have to sell me on it.
Bob Arum, Lomachenko, Mariaga, Saturday, 10 Eastern.